Charles Gordon Henderson was a historian and antiquarian of Cornwall. Biography. His father, Major J.S. Henderson, was half Scottish and half of the Irish family of Newnham. His mother was a Carys Wilson from Westmoreland. Both, however, were born and bred in Cornwall, and a portion of Cornish ancestry came to him through his mother's mother, one of the Williamses of Carnington in Morgan in Bida. He was at Wellington College for a short time but left on account of ill health. For this reason he was frequently sent home from school for rest, and spent a large amount of his time walking over Cornwall and studying Cornish monuments and history. He collected a large number of documents from all over the county. Henderson went to New College, Oxford, and took his degree with first-class honours in modern history in 1922. He was a lecturer at University College, Exeter, and afterwards at Corpus Christi College, Oxford, where he was elected to an official fellowship as tutor in modern history in 1929. He had settled down at Oxford, and was showing great promise as a teacher and lecturer. In 1928 Henderson published a book on Cornish bridges in collaboration with Henry Coates. Whenever he was able he would return to Cornwall and continue his historical research, which in the early years was concerned very largely with the 4 Western Hundreds, but finally he planned a parochial history of the whole county on a grand scale. Married life and death. On the 19th of June 1933, he married Isabel Munro, a Fellow of Somerville College and daughter of J.A.R. Munro, the rector of Lincoln College, Oxford. At the end of August, he set out with her for southern Italy. He had been troubled for some months with pains in his chest, and they attacked him severely at Monte Sant'Angelo on the Gargano, where he was visiting the shrine of the Cornish patron St. Michael. He died in Rome 11 days later, on the 24th of September, of heart failure following pleurisy. He is buried in the Protestant cemetery, Rome, between the Porta San Paolo and Monte Testaccio, a place that he knew well. Also in that cemetery are the graves of Keats, Shelley and Edward John Trelawney. Scholarly work. Henderson's publications included Cornwall, a guide in collaboration with J.C. Tregarthen, in 1925, 3 books on Cornish churches, and another on Cornish coasts, moors, and valleys with notes on antiquities. In 1928 he was made a bard of the Cornish Gorseth at Boscawen, taking the bardic name Mapendra. His collection of documents is held at the Courtney Library of the Royal Institution of Cornwall in Truro. The collection includes 16,000 ancient documents, many hundreds of transcripts in Henderson's hand, and his own writings either in published form or in manuscript. After completing his book on Cornish bridges, Henderson prepared notes for a similar book on the bridges of Devon. After his death, the civil engineer Edwin Jervis completed the book, and it was published in 1938. Selected works. The Cornish Church Guide 1925, ISBN 0851530524. Old Cornish Bridges and Streams. London, Simpkin Marshall for the University College of the South West, 1928. Records of the Church and Priory of St. Germans in Cornwall, with a preface by the Rt. Rev. the Lord Bishop of Truro, 1929. Cornwall, a survey of its coast, moors, and valleys, 1930. St. Columb Major Church and Amp Parish, 1930. Mab Bay Church and Parish, Cornwall, 1931. Essays in Cornish History, edited by L. Rosen M.I. Henderson, 1935. Contents include essays on Truro, the origin of towns, Foy, Loswithiel, Restormal Castle, Mitchell, Lixillian, Helston, St. Ives, the Deanery of Buryon, the hundreds of Bida and Powder, 12 Men's Moor, Blackmoor, Woodlands, and shorter pieces. Some notes on the parish of Goran, otherwise Street. Goronus 1936. A History of the Parish of Constantine in Cornwall, edited by the Rev. G. H. Doble, 1937. A History of the Parish and Church of St. Uni Leland with Gilbert Hunter Doble and R. Morton Nance, and a Description of the Church by M. H. N. C. Atchley, 1939. A History of the Parish of Crowan, with explanations of place names by R. Morton Nance, 1939. Old Devon Bridges, Exeter, A. Wheaton and Ampco, 1938. The 109 Ancient Parishes of the Four Western Hundreds of Cornwall, 1955. The Ecclesiastical History of Western Cornwall. 2 vols. Truro, Royal Institution of Cornwall, D. Bradford Barton, 1962. The Cornish Church Guide and Parochial History of Cornwall, Truro, D. Bradford Barton, 1964. Cornish Saints, with Gilbert Hunter Doble, 1927. 4 Saints of the Fowl, St. Gluvius, St. Gia Street, Philly, St. Rumen, 1929. St. Carantoc, 1928. St. Clether, 1930. St. Cuby, 1929. St. Day, 1933. St. Uni, 1933. St. Gerandus, 1938. St. Gudwal Gerville, 1933. St. Morgan, 1936. St. Malor, 1927. St. Negton, Eskeen and the Children of Brechan in Cornwall, 1930. St. Neat, 1929. St. Nonna, 1928. St. Perrin, St. Kevern and Amp, St. Kerrion, 1931. St. Petroc, 1938. St. Rumen and St. Ronan, 1939. St. Sullivan, 1928. St. Sinan, 1928. St. Cesney, 1928. St. Judy, 1929. St. Winnick, 1940. St.